Alright guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to replace these bearings in your 944's clutch fork. Here are my new bearings. They cost around $18 and are sold separately. So while this job is straightforward, you will need a press or you will need a big vise. So let's get started. Alright, so I have my clutch fork lined up in my press, and I'm just going to start squeezing it until it pops out here. I would like that to focus, but I'm not sure if it will. So I've gotten the first bearing out. You can see it wasn't hard to remove it all when you have a big 6-ton press. So I have it flipped over now, and I'm just going to start pressing out the other one. Comes out very easily with this press. And you see I don't have to use anything. It's the same size as the press. So. Perfectly there. And now I have them both out. So while using the press works fine for removing the old bearings that I don't care much about, there are some plastic guides inside the new ones that I don't want to destroy. So to make sure that I keep even pressure, I'm going to use this flared nut here. So I am putting these in dry because I don't want them to move around once I start pressing them in. And they are easily going into place. So there you go guys, it's not too hard to press these in yourself, and you can see how great they look. And these are pre-greased, but I may add a little bit more. I will also be greasing the tips of the forks here that go under the throwout bearing, and adding a little bit of grease down here at the clutch slave cylinder. Here is the clutch fork pin. It cleaned up really nicely. What you want to look for, any deep impressions or marks left behind by those needle bearings, because it will make clutch movement a little notchy. And you can replace these. They're not terribly expensive, but this one looks to be in nice shape. None of the marks on this one you can catch your nail on, and it really turned out nice. So here's a first look at my next video. You can see I have the oil cooler and housing here, all the different OPRVs, and a seal kit. So in the next video, I plan to get out the workshop manual and take you step by step on how to change the seals and properly shim your oil cooler. So here's a little bonus footage here. I'm going to go ahead and pop this water pump on apart. Guys, here is a dissected water pump. It's not really that hard to get them apart. This is rubber that sits in there, and I can't imagine it pressed in there very hard. But you know, you would probably replace this as an entire unit and chuck it in the trash. And here's what your pulley looks like. You have this pin that runs through it, and the impeller is pressed onto it there. But really, it seems the only pressing you're doing is pressing the impeller on and off. Everything else here, such as the bearings, are a separate unit, of course, and they go in there. I would think that you just clean it up, buy a new set, pop it in, and press the impeller on. Shouldn't be anything too scary. In my experience, most of the water pumps that you see that are burned up have the belts too tight, and it really doesn't have anything to do with whether it was an expensive water pump, remanufactured water pump, cheap water pump. It doesn't really seem to matter. It always seems to be that the belts are too tight. So I'd like to rebuild some of these that I have, and maybe we'll do that one day. But for right now, I thought maybe I would just show you what it looks like with it taken apart. So you have your impeller, your pulley, and your pin, and the bearings. There you go, guys. So before I wrap this up, I want to give a quick shout out to Idola's Garage. He featured one of my videos on his page not long ago, and I actually got a package from him today, and I just wanted to thank him for it. I had picked up one of his gift bags from the 9240 celebration, and also a t-shirt. The bag was filled with all sorts of brochures for products, and his business card, and a ton of stickers. So I just want to thank him for that, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.